Hey everybody, happy Monday afternoon. This is a look ahead to the Monday Night Football between the 5-5 Baltimore Ravens and the 4-6 Houston Texans. The Ravens have Alex Collins as the running back versus Lamar Miller. Collins has 570 total yards for a 63.3 yards per game average and 5.04 average per carry. Lamar Miller has 60.4 yards per game for 3.73 average per carry and 604 total yards with a couple touchdowns this year. Collins has one. The Ravens' offense is very inconsistent this year and typically doesn't put up that many points. They have 21.3 points per game, which is 18th, 279.8 total yards, which is 31st in the league. 32nd in the league is their 165 passing yards, and 13th is their 114.6 rushing yards. The only problem with banking on Collins tonight is the Texans defense only allows 92 rushing yards per game, which is sixth in the league. And then passing yards, they do allow a decent amount of the 344.8 total yards allowed on their defense. 252.8 is passing, so Macklin's going to have a good game, and Flacco's going to have to step up and have one of his, a few years ago, Joe Flacco big primetime games. Now, the Ravens have won 9 straight primetime matchups, and that's usually when Joe Flacco's on his game, so that passing yard number could be something that's to watch for tonight. And then they typically allow the Texans defense 26.2 points per game. And then, since the Texans have Savage as their quarterback, who has 732 yards, only 4 touchdowns, and 3 INTs, who's only been doing okay, not very great, filling in for Deshaun Watson. The Ravens defense has been very good this year with only allowing 17.1 points, which is second, and only allowing 185 passing yards, which is also second. And rushing yards is where you could try to get them. They allow 120.8, which is 26th in the league of the 306 total yards allowed. So if you want to beat Baltimore, Lamar Miller's going to have a big game for Houston. Otherwise, I don't see Tom Savage throwing it around on Baltimore's defense. The offense for Houston has 26.7 points a game, which is 6, 350 total yards, which is 12, 221 of those are passing, and 128 are rushing. Passing equates to 17th in the league. The rushing is 6th. So, like I said, in order for them to have a chance to beat the Ravens, Lamar Miller's going to have a big game. In order for the Ravens to beat the Texans, Joe Flacco's probably going to have a big game because Collins has looked good at running back, but the Texans have one of the better run defenses still in the league. So therefore, Joe Flacco is going to have to come up clutch like he has been doing in primetime matchups. And that's going to have to continue in order to put the Ravens above the 500 mark at 6-5 and put their fans in a more upbeat position that they could actually still possibly make a run at something and hope for the best. I think it'll be a good game tonight. If I had to pick somebody, I would probably pick Baltimore because they're always good on prime time, always one of the fun teams to watch on prime time. And I think Flacco might bounce back this game from his pretty bad season overall and finally have some realms of the old Joe Flacco come through, and that can help the Ravens get above and beyond and beat the Houston Texans. I don't think it'll be a landslide by any stretch, unless if Tom Savage comes out there and throws pick after pick on their defense. Otherwise, I think as long as the Texans play well and mix in a lot of runs with the pass, which is what they're going to need to do, it'll be a close game. It should be a good one. Everybody enjoyed watching the Monday Night Football game. Have a good one, everybody. Peace.